How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. You have about 3 hours before Trump makes a massive announcement, a massive investment. This is after yesterday. He comes out on a Sunday and tells the world that the US is going to be buying Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, ADA, and XRP, and leaving the door open to other cryptos as well. So let's talk about what he said, what's going to be said later today. China scrambling for their Bitcoin reserve. We have a lot to cover. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. If you want to trade crypto, there's a link to Hotcoin underneath the video. This is the newest exchange I started working with because I really like them and I had heard great things. So definitely check this out. There's no KYC. You don't need a VPN. There's over $802,000 of USDT in rewards available when you sign up, start trading on the platform. There's also a link to Hotcoin. Oh, there's a link to Hotcoin. There's also a link to BTCC. They have this deposit and trade event. So if you deposit more, you get more. If you trade more, you get more as well. And Blowfin also has a pretty sweet deal as well, where you can get up to the value of a ROLEX. So definitely check that out. Also linked to WEEX. They have a great deposit bonus as well. There's so many deposit bonuses going on right now. Everyone is wanting to get new traders in, and they're offering really good incentives. Now, like we said yesterday, Donald Trump pumped up the market. We had Solana going up 20-30%, Cardano up 60-70%, XRP flying, Bitcoin going up $10,000. It's all because of these tweets. And when I filmed my video, he'd only said this, basically that they were going to elevate, or a U.S. crypto reserve will elevate this critical industry after years of corrupt attacks by the Biden administration, which is why my executive order on digital assets directed by the Presidential Working Group to move forward on a crypto strategic reserve that includes XRP, Sol, ADA. I will make sure the U.S. is the crypto capital of the world. We are making America great again. And then later, after I made my video, he said, and obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum as well as other valuable cryptocurrencies will be the heart of the reserve, the heart. So those are going to be the majority of the reserve. He loves Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this sent the world into a tizzy. This sent crypto skyrocketing up. Now, I will say we're doing something interesting right now. We have been fighting with this line. We got rejected, and then eventually broke out after a month of trying to move above this downtrending resistance. And then we flipped this into support a couple times. Then eventually we broke below it. But now it looks like we're flipping it possibly back into support. Right? We came down to $89,000 earlier. If we stay around this level or continue moving up, we flip this. It's extremely bullish. This has been a line that we've been fighting with since December. 3 months. So if we can flip this back into support and continue moving up, I think it will be really good. Obviously, I actually talked about this in the Patreon. I talked about buying cryptos, and I said this on the channel too. Buying cryptos when they're at these kinds of RSI levels, fear and greed was falling down drastically. It's a great time to be dollar cost averaging, assuming you feel like you want more of an allocation, right? Like if you are someone that's already 80% into Bitcoin, 90, 100, I understand maybe not wanting to dip your toe in the water, especially if you bought during the bear market and you're just sitting on gains. But for anyone looking to buy, this was a great time to buy. That's why I think like the Patreon is so important, because there are a lot of newer people that get freaked out in moments like this, and you need like a calm voice in your ear that this is a good time to dollar cost average. And obviously now there are people that panic sold at 78,000, 79,000. that are feeling pretty dumb and are wondering, do I have to buy back in? Do I have to buy back in and bite the bullet because we might have a strategic reserve any moment now? Yeah, I mean, it's something you have to consider. Obviously, this is going to be volatile, right? There are a lot of liquidations on the long side and the short side yesterday. But this is just generally good news. And it makes you think that people knew as well. Like, this came out. This is from Uphold. Baskets offer a simple way to diversify your portfolio. They had this U.S. crypto reserve basket. This was up within an hour or so of Trump tweeting. So it makes you think that some of these whales, some of these companies know what's happening. And we pointed that out yesterday. There was this Bitfinex long that went on 50x leverage. right? 50x leverage with massive positions, a $200 million position between ETH and Bitcoin. And they made massive amounts of money, but you have to realize that if you're going this aggressive, 50x long, Bitcoin could fall $2,000 and you'd get wiped out. So when someone puts up $4 million on such an aggressive leverage, it makes you think that they know something. And then within hours, we saw President Trump tweet. And I covered this. That's another good reason to follow the channel. We were talking about this. They know something. And yeah, they did know something. They made a lot of money. Apparently, China is also holding closed-door meetings on a strategic Bitcoin reserve, according to multiple sources. This is coming from Marty Party, and I've seen other people talk about this too. Rumors are circulating that Chinese officials are in talks about a Bitcoin strategic reserve, first to 1 million Bitcoin. Who you got, China or US? I wouldn't be surprised if they did this without us even knowing, either trying to accumulate as much as possible without people knowing, because they don't really have to be very open in China. Like, they don't have to be super transparent. So I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to do this in secrecy, if we just like kind of notice that all of a sudden there's a lot of Bitcoin being drained, even more than what we're seeing now. The price starts moving up, but we don't really know who's buying. Probably China or some other nation state. Even Peter Schiff is changing his tune a little bit. Listen to this. I get the rationale for a Bitcoin reserve. If you don't know Peter Schiff too, big gold guy, absolutely despises Bitcoin, has been talking crap about it for a decade maybe. He says, I get the rationale for a Bitcoin reserve. I don't agree with it, but I get it. We have a gold reserve. Bitcoin is digital gold, which is better than analog gold. So let's create a Bitcoin reserve too. But what's the rationale for an XRP reserve? Why the hell would we need that? And then Anthony Pompliano says, Peter Schiff, Bitcoin maximalist. He says, what part of I don't agree with it do you not understand? So even he understands why some people would want it, even if he doesn't agree with it. I would say that there are some people that are against it. I've seen some traditional finance YouTubers that are really well known that don't really want their tax dollars to go to this. They'd rather just pay down the debt. But also there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of money that goes to things that you don't really want. And if this can provide some kind of security, national security, financial security, I think it makes sense. Trump has an investment announcement scheduled for 1:30 p.m. Eastern time today. We don't know if this is crypto related. We don't. But this is one day after he was tweeting. So it wouldn't surprise me, right? And it could be something else, right? He did an investment announcement, like press conference for when he was talking to the different chip makers and the different companies that are in AI, right? This like $500 billion investment, I think it was, into AI. So maybe, I guess we'll know if David Sachs is there. That's probably crypto oriented. Of course, it could be AI, but he's already done that. So this seems like one of the big things that he's focused on is AI and crypto. So we'll know in a few hours. I'll cover it if it's anything crypto related. We still get more and more good news too. Kraken says the SEC is agreeing to drop the lawsuit against their exchange. So now I think it's almost everyone but Ripple has gone out of their lawsuits with SEC. Let me know. Are there more companies or crypto people that are still in lawsuits with the SEC? Let me know down below in the comment section if you can think of anyone. But it seems like Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, OpenSea, there are a handful of others too. They're getting other lawsuits. So just more and more good news. I've talked about why this is good, but it brings more people into America trying to innovate in crypto, and it's just easier to grow, easier to work here. And there's a lot of capital in the US. So obviously we want access. We want crypto to have access to US investors as much as possible, while still protecting investors a bit, right? Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Again, if you want to trade, check out the links underneath the video to all the different crypto exchanges. I use multiple. I think all of these are great options, and they all have great sign-up bonuses and trading bonuses and stuff like that right now. I have been telling the Patreon, like, I have been not dollar cost averaging, but I've been adding to positions on this dip. Mostly Solana and Bitcoin, But I do have positions open on a handful of other cryptocurrencies, and I think this was a great dip to be able to buy if you think the bull run is going to continue. Of course, if you think we're going into another bear market, it would be pretty stupid to dollar cost average. Right? If you knew that we're going into another bear market, it would be stupid to dollar cost average. But I still think there's a better than 50% chance we continue moving up. Between the Fed having to lower rates this year, quantitative easing, the presidential stance on crypto and how pro-crypto all the politicians are getting in general, the 4-year cycles, there are just so many different reasons to be bullish. What are the reasons to be bearish? Let me know down below in the comment section if you can think of any that aren't just, price hasn't gone up in a little bit kind of things. Let me know. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Check out the links, and I'll see you all in the next one.